5 things to inspect if your BMW says engine overheated from certified mechanics in Austin. The engine is the most important part of your BMW, inside which the internal combustion process takes place. The combustion process produces a lot of heat, and the heat needs to be properly managed to prevent the engine from overheating. There are various factors that can cause the engine to overheat in your BMW. Here are the 5 things to inspect if the engine in your BMW overheats. Radiator issues. The radiator helps in the cooling of the hot coolant that flows into the radiator after it circulates through the engine. Most of the time, it is observed that issues with the functioning of the radiator prevent the coolant from cooling down. When this heated coolant again flows into the engine, it leads to overheating of the engine. Malfunctioning thermostat. The thermostat is responsible for restricting the flow of coolant into the engine before it warms up. The thermostat controls the opening and closing of the valves to let in the coolant inside the engine. At times, the malfunctioning thermostat is behind the overheating of the engine, as it doesn't let the coolant enter the engine. Damaged water pump. The coolant also needs to flow at a specific rate throughout the engine, and this is controlled by the water pump. If the water pump fails, then it adversely affects the flow of coolant, and this causes engine overheating. A damaged water pump needs to be replaced for the smooth flow of the coolant. Lack of engine oil. At times, the overheating of the engine in your car is not linked to the flow of coolant but to other factors. Engine oil is an important fluid in your vehicle that is responsible for lubricating the moving parts of the engine. If there is a lack of adequate engine oil in your car, then it can lead to various kinds of issues, including engine overheating. Failure of head gasket. The head gasket is responsible for preventing the mixing up of the coolant with the engine oil of the car. Most of the time, failure of the head gasket is related to the overheating of the engine in your car. Failure of the head gasket leads to the engine oil and the coolant mixing up, and this reduces their efficiency. Conclusion. The above discussed factors are some of the leading parts that need to be inspected if the engine overheats. Take your BMW to a certified repair shop for getting it diagnosed and fixed. Thanks for watching the video. Warm regards from the certified team of Swedish Auto Service.